Alright, this lesson is on three-dimensional figures. On the TOX test, you'll be expected to look at a three-dimensional figure and draw it from, well, not draw it, but identify what are the other angles. If we were to look at it from a different angle or different perspective, what would it look like? Now, for this particular shape, and for our homework assignment and everything, we're going to say that looking at it straight on this way is going to be the front. And if I were to get above it and look only down upon it and look down, that's going to be the top. Now, this side right here, we're going to call the right side. So go ahead and take some time. Draw this shape as best you can. It's a rectangle that goes 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 by 5. I'll give you some time to draw that and draw the arrows front, top, and right. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to actually move this shape to see if we can see what the shape's going to look like from the front side. Now remember, the front side is this this side that's kind of on the left. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move it, rotate it like this, and then rotate it straight on. So that right there would be the front side. Go ahead, on your paper, I want you to write, copy this image down and write front. Okay, now let's go back to the way the shape looked before. And let's rotate it. Let's rotate it to where we can only see the top side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this shape so I can only see the top side. Now on your paper, draw this and label it top side. This is kind of like if you were a bird up in the sky looking down upon it. I always imagine a bird dropping berries on the shape. Love berries. Okay, so we did the top side, we did the right side. Let's go ahead and look at, again, if we were to just have the right side. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it even with us, and we're going to rotate it like that. Now that's not perfect. There we go. Okay, that's the right side. If I were to move the shape to where it's only looking at us from the right side, kind of walking to the side of the building, this would be the right side. Oh, disappeared. But draw that figure again and label it right side. So that would be right side. Okay, you've got to actually visualize yourself walking around this thing. The front, the right, and then getting in a helicopter or a plane and getting above it. Alright, now we have another figure right here. A little more complicated. First one was rectangle. This one's going to take a little more creativity. Now, for our purposes, and they may label it differently, this from looking at this shape from this angle right here, we're going to call the front. And if I were to get in a plane and go above it, it's going to be the top. And if I were to walk to the right, now I could say walk to the left. That's going to change your answer. But for right now, we're just practicing on just the right. But if you get the hang of this, it doesn't matter what they give you. They could say bottom, top, left, right, you'll still be able to look at a shape. All right, so looking at it straight on, that's going to be the front. All right, let's take a look at the shape if we rotate it a bit. Okay, so I'm going to walk to the front, and I'm going to make sure everything is all nice and straight. That's the front side. That's what it looks like, front side. Go ahead and label this in your notes, front side. And draw it. All right, let's go back to the original shape, or close to it, and do the top side. All right, so we're going to, that was kind of how it was originally. Okay, the top side, you've got to kind of envision yourself getting in a plane and going above it. On this one, I'm just rotating it. It's easier sometimes to envision you going above it, but that's the top side. So on your paper, on your notes, go ahead and write, draw this figure, put top side. Okay, let's go to the right now. Okay, we're going to rotate it back to where it was before. It's kind of how it was before. Okay. And now we're going to go to the right side. So we're going to go all the way to this side. And then we're going to put it even on an even plane with us. And that's going to be the right side. So on your paper, go and draw this and label it right side. It's not working, but you can do that on your own. All right. So the more you practice it, the better. But remember, you've got to get even with the shape. Now, one of the things you want to practice doing is visualizing actually yourself getting as even as possible. Now, this is not even. This is not even. This is even. I don't see anything behind this right side. Also, if I were to go here, that's the front side. That's not the front side. That's not the front side. Okay, I have to not see anything behind that front side. And the top, that's the top. That's not the top. That's not the top. The top is right there. Now, if I were to ask you for the bottom, you just flip it the other way. You've got to practice visualizing. Notice how the bottom and the top look a little different. All right, that's three-dimensional figures. You're going to have to be able to go all the way around this figure. If I were to ask you the left side, you'd get it all even, and then go all the way around to the left side. Right? All right, that's three-dimensional figures. It's usually